So believe it or not, there's some good news coming out of the redistricting issues at the state level. So now part of the problem in democracy is the insane gerrymandering. That's where they draw these maps that wind up all around the state and go, okay, now I've sliced and diced the state in a way that is maniacal, that doesn't match the geography at all, but helps me keep the state in either one political party or the other. By the way, both parties do this. And Republicans happen to do it more, but I'll give you some context on that in a second too. First of all, last week we heard from North Carolina. In case you didn't hear about that, I want you to know about it because it's super important. Then I'll tell you about what happened in Pennsylvania today. Judge James A. Wynn Jr. Said that Republicans in North Carolina's legislature had been motivated by invidious partisan intent as they carried out their obligation in 2016 to divide the state into 13 congressional districts, 10 of which are held by Republicans. The result, Judge Wynn wrote, violated the 14th Amendment's guarantee of equal protection. Of course, when he wrote that they were motivated by invidious partisan intent, Donald Trump said, what? Okay, so let's break this down. North Carolina at this point is a purple state. They voted for Trump in the last election, but they voted for a Democratic governor. And last election before that, they voted for Barack Obama. So they're close to 50-50, they could go either way. But the way that the Republicans drew up the map, they get 10 out of the 13 seats. It's outrageous. It's obviously not representative of the people of North Carolina. They want democracy. You should want democracy that is representative of you. Instead, they stole your representatives and they did it based on partisan advantage. Now, if you're a Republican going, oh yeah, that's awesome, man, I love when we cheat. Who cares about democracy? Be careful what you wish for. You have the same problem in Maryland, except the Democrats have taken advantage. And they are getting a disproportionate number of seats based on the voting patterns of Maryland. Now, on either side, you shouldn't want it. You should want the voters to actually get real representatives. Well, one more quote from Judge Wynn in that regard. He said, a wealth of evidence proves the General Assembly's intent to subordinate the interests of the non-Republican voters and entrench Republican domination of the state's congressional delegation. So look, that's really important because you remember Bush v. Gore, that was in the year 2000, and the Supreme Court said, no, look, the 14th Amendment's really important and we have to make sure that every vote is equal. It's a nationwide election, so I don't want Florida setting different rules than the other states, so I don't care about their recount. I'm gonna end their recount. I don't even want them to recount the vote. By the way, when the press organizations recounted the vote in Florida, it turns out Al Gore had not just won the popular vote, he had won the Electoral College, he had won the state of Florida. So that's why the Republicans in the Supreme Court blocked that. And it began I don't know that it began it, but it certainly cemented the corruption of the Supreme Court. But they claimed they cared so much about the 14th Amendment and make sure that everything is equal. Well, then you would certainly care about the 14th Amendment in this context to make sure that one vote, one man, one vote principle of America is protected, right? And by the way, now the Supreme Court is looking at this at a federal level as well. Now let's go to Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania Supreme Court will hear oral argument on Wednesday in a case alleging the state's 2011 congressional map drawn by Republicans violates protections on freedom of expression and equal protection in the state's constitution. Similar idea, I wait till you get a load of their map in a second, but also good point here. They're like, look, we're not just guided by the US Constitution. In Pennsylvania, we're also guided by the Pennsylvania Constitution, which actually has enshrined democracy even more protections and in a better way, and saying that, hey, you're violating Pennsylvania's Constitution here with the outrageous gerrymandered map that you have. So to give you a sense of that, since 2012, Republicans have consistently been able to win 13 of the state's 18 congressional seats, despite winning only 50% of the statewide vote. Yeah, man, that is outrageous. They have 50% of the vote, and in a democracy, they should have 50% of the seats. They're like, nope, we cheated. We drew the map in a way that even though we get 50% of the vote, we're gonna get 13 out of the 18 seats. That's not democracy, that's not America. Yes, this is when the courts are supposed to step in and say, that is not constitutional, that is not one man, one vote. Now, Michael Lee, an expert here, explains, win in Pennsylvania would suggest that advocates may have been overlooking the state constitutions, many of which, like Pennsylvania's, have more expansive and robust rights and protections than federal constitution. A win in Pennsylvania could open the door to more state court litigation. Now, again, this is a bipartisan issue. This term, the Supreme Court will also hear a First Amendment challenge to Maryland's congressional map, which benefits Democrats. And I'm not in favor of Maryland's map either. I want democracy, call me crazy. And finally, one more here from Sam Levine at HuffPost. Drawing the electoral map, he explains, they say is always going to be intertwined with politics, and courts have never intervened to set a standard for how much politics can factor into redrawing district lines. And I want you to have that context. Yes, in the past, the courts have been very reluctant to get involved in drawing of the political maps because they say that is a political question. And yes, according to our system, they're supposed to leave that to the representatives. But now the representatives are no longer representative. So that is when the courts are supposed to protect the Constitution and our system of government and step in and say that's unconstitutional. You need to find a system that is not this unfair, that robs all of these people in Maryland, Pennsylvania, Michigan, North Carolina of their right to their vote and to equal representation. So at least we're on that road. I hope we arrive at that conclusion for all of our sakes. If you like this video, bless your heart. We got a lot more where that came from. We do a full show every day, Monday through Friday. Come enjoy it ad-free by becoming a member, tytnetwork.com/join.